I got a new job. Yeah, I know I'm not full-time content creator no more, huh? Right? I told y'all before, my purpose is to be an influencer. So you may be asking yourself right now, like,
How you get a job then? Why did you get a job then?
well, before I tell y'all that, I'm gonna tell y'all a story of how we came to where we are right now. For the past 2 years or so, ever since I left college, I haven't had a job.
I want you to get your ass up today, go out and look for a job. The word today is job. J-O-B.
I know how that sound, but y'all, I promise it's not what you think it is. My last job, it was Amazon. It was cool, but it definitely wasn't nowhere I would want to be for the rest of my life. When it came time to move back to Memphis, I was calm and I was intrigued on what my next job would be. My dad do home improvement, and I knew I was gonna be able to work with him until I found something a little more consistent. After some time passed, I got offered to be the new drummer at my church, and that was cool. I ain't never drummed before, but I was just like, it's a way to have consistent money, and also I knew it was something God wanted me to do. But after so long, bro, it really got strange. It was like none of my applications was getting pulled, even with jobs that I knew like absolutely no way I can't get this job. I had inside pull with some of these jobs, and I still wasn't getting them. Several times, might I add. I think that's when God started to deal more with me on my purpose and what he called me to do. I didn't see being a content creator and an influencer as doing actual work. To be real with y'all, I really didn't think a lot of stuff was work growing up. I grew up in a family full of hard workers, so if you wasn't really busting sweat and in pain, I don't think you was really working. But let me tell y'all, being a messenger of the Lord is probably some of the hardest work you can ever do. Setting up a tripod, pressing record on your phone, it probably doesn't seem that hard. But receiving messages from the Lord, having a real relationship with him, all while trying to deliver messages out to people while battling real worldly issues, it makes it pretty difficult. Just like the women be saying, bro, as a man, I felt like I should be really working and trying to provide. And although I was doing that work with my dad, y'all, it just didn't feel like I was doing enough. Like, even we was doing everything, I just never feel like I was doing enough. Also, I was working with my granddad, helping him out, and I was working at the church and at the venue and just, trying to stay busy. It still wasn't enough for me though. It started to mess with my pride. The biggest thing that I felt in my heart was like, I didn't want anyone to think I was lazy. I didn't want nobody to think that I wasn't willing to work. I was always willing. And I always told God after every job application I put in that if it's not from you, don't let it fall through. But I can say, with every passing day, y'all, the Lord still provided for me. Every time. I always had enough provision. But also, I never stopped applying for jobs. But after going 0 for 99, like my homeboy after a late night following spree, I finally got one call back. I was kind of speechless after accepting the offer for the job. I started to feel mixed emotions, so I just went straight into prayer. One of my first thoughts was, is my influencer journey over with? Is this it? Am I just doing my guy? But I knew that wasn't true because of what God had already spoke to me. The next thing that came to my mind was, how will I be able to serve my church if I'm working a job and it's taking me away? Bible study, rehearsal, Sunday school, I didn't worry. I told y'all before, if it's from God, I ain't got nothing to worry about. And if it's not from God, I don't have nothing to worry about because he's always in control. If there's anything I've learned from the Lord, is that he's intentional. If this is what I got, this is what I'm supposed to have. I still question God. I still question why this place, why this particular place, what's special about it. I don't question God in a bad way. I question God to understand. For one, y'all, this place is an hour away from my crib. The second thing is, like, the pay ain't nothing like crazy out of this world. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's good enough to get by for sure though. And the third thing is like, I'm supposed to be working 12-hour shifts. This is a car. Please don't let my tripod. I know I probably sound insane to people who ain't in Christ. Like I said, bro, the Lord very intentional, and I'm just obedient. And I don't really know if this so I could spread the gospel to somebody, or why he got me here, or possibly to meet somebody who gonna help me on my journey. Or maybe it's just a season in my life where it's time for me to grow with God and be more disciplined and more consistent with him. But either way, y'all, I'm ready, bro. I'll be able to tell y'all more after the next episode start, but really until then, I'll get over with you. Let me get out this coat, bro. It's freezing, man.